Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. We've got a new hero today. It is Comeback, created by Jacob Busby. This is actually a heroic version of his villain Knockout after he has, well, come back from hell. So he is an infernal boxer, is his story. He is going to be rematching Hordak. Here's hoping that goes well, alongside a new variant I made for Benchmark called Everyone's Favorite Hero, Ace of Swords Baccarat, and Target Daedalus, and they're fighting in Scrapnik Island. So, there's basically no setup. Let's remind ourselves about the rules. When Hordak's destroyed, we win. When a technology card is destroyed, put it on the bottom of its deck. He has 2 decks, as a reminder. Start of the villain turn, if there are 5 or more technology cards in play, he flips. End of turn, he hits the highest for 3, and if there are 3 or more technology cards in play, he gets to play an extra card. In Trapta, our max HP is 20. And the villain turn, if there are 5 or more technology cards in play, destroy her ongoing equipment card. Otherwise, play the top card of the technology deck, and when she would be destroyed, she incaps instead. Here we go. Slight Ambush. When he's dealt 4 more damage at once, deals each hero target 3 energy damage, destroys this card, and 3 hero ongoing inner equipment cards. Wow, gross. He gets the highest for 3, that'll be Baccarat. And then Entrapta plays a card, duplicating remnants, and the villain turn, move a random bot from the villain trash into play and set its HP to 5. Don't have any. And of course, we can't really get rid of that because it just plays more technology cards. Alright, so what we're going to do this time, that we didn't do last time, is focus down Entrapta, because I don't think I spent any damage on her, and that was apparently a mistake. Benchmark will start off with deployment actuation. He gets the subcutaneous cybernetic. His power is firmware update. Play a software card. Either use the power printed on that card now or draw a card. I'm going to go ahead and do the auto-targeting protocol, because that'll let me ping each of them for 1, draw a card, and he would heal 1 if he was not at full HP. Awesome. I think Baccarat's going to start with Afterlife Euchre, because that's a good idea. 2 damage to Entrapta, because then I can play up to 3 copies of Afterlife Euchre from my trash, hit her for 2 more, discard the top 2 cards of his deck, draw a card. Daedalus is going to Sensorium Sweep. Let's get into this deck real quick. That's 2 more Sly Ambushes. Are you kidding me? I'm going to put those on top of his deck. You know what? I don't care. Nobody's hitting him for 4 right now. Everything's fine. Well, he's only got his 1 power, so if he takes fire damage, he'll get to deal it to somebody else. Don't draw a card, you dummy. Comeback, we'll start with a workout. He regains a hit point, but he's at full. You may search your deck or trash for an equipment card, put it in your hand or into play. If you search your deck, shuffle it. You may draw a card, you may play a card. I'm going to get me some equipment. He will get the Hellforged Head Guard. When this card enters play, you may draw a card. I will. First time each turn, Comeback is dealt infernal damage. He regains 2 HP. At the end of your turn, you may move a punch card from one target to another. And then I can draw a card and play a card. Aha, that's what I was looking for. Shift weight. Search your deck or trash for a stance or a punch. Add it to your hand. If you search your deck, shuffle it. You may return a stance to your hand. If you do, you may play a different stance. Same thing with punches. So I'm going to grab me a stance. We're going to grab Fiendish Footwork. I don't have any in place, so that's it for that. His power is 1-2. Comeback deals a target 1 infernal damage. If that target has a punch card next to them, Comeback deals them 1 melee damage. So clearly he is keeping everyone on the clock. Draw a card. Scrapnik Island gives us an unstable barrage. Everybody take 3 projectile damage. And destroy that card. Cool. Well, we're off to a decent start. Hordak plays Sly Ambush. We knew that. And then he hits the highest, which is Comeback. There are not enough technology cards in play for him to get an extra card play. So Entrapta plays another one. It is the same thing. So that's it, because there's still no bots in the villain trash. Not bad. Benchmark is going to overhaul loadout, draw 3 cards. I'm going to put that software card back in my hand and play hardware instead. And then, yeah, let's just play that software again and deal a little bit of damage. Just to the 2 villains, though. Draw a card and he heals 1. Baccarat will Abyssal Solitaire and get some damage reduction. And then we will play that Afterlife Euchre for 2 damage to Entrapta. Discard the top 2 cards of his deck. Alright, Daedalus has his work cut out for him. Let's fly free, discard a card, play Eureka Moment, get rid of one of those ambushes, discard another card, I guess, and then he heals 2. Draw a card, actually, yes. Alright, let's go ahead and play that stance I fished for. Fiendish Footwork. The first time each turn Comeback is dealt damage, he may deal the source of that damage, 2 melee damage. At the end of your turn, you may destroy this card and draw a card. If you do not, Comeback deals himself X-1, fixed infernal damage, where X is the number of stances in place. So 1 stance is free. More than 1, he starts to hurt himself, but it's a good thing he heals when he takes infernal damage. And nobody has a punch next to them, so he will just hit Entrapta for 1 and draw a card. And hit himself for no damage. Springlocked Shoes comes out. Put this next to a hero. They must choose either play phase, power phase, or draw phase, and skip the chosen phase during their turn. Well, that's right, we give this to Daedalus, so he can skip his draw phase. Alright, Hordak plays a Sly Ambush. Not so sly now, are ya? He hits the highest for 3, that is Daedalus. We need to twist the ether on him. Entrapta plays another technology card. Scrap Scanning. The first time each hero is dealt damage by a villain bot card each turn. They can discard a card if they don't destroy one of their ongoing equipment cards. Good thing there's no bots yet. Yet being the operative word. Alright, start of his turn he can use his power. Let's use his base power and play Load on Initialization, which will let me draw a card and then draw another card. Oh, hey, we got a couple of flybys. Let's do 4 damage to the villains, and off of that do Deployment Actuation. Ooh, good. Reinforced Chassis. Power, Auto-Targeting Protocol. Entrapta's almost done. Draw a card. And heal 1. Baccarat took no damage. Card Toss, I'll hit Hordak with that. And then Underworld Hold'em to let himself draw a card. Hey, there's my second Afterlife Euchre. Let's go ahead and play Afterlife Euchre from his trash. Take out Entrapta. When she flips this side, destroy a technology card. Ah, that just gets rid of something. Let's drop the Duplicating Remnants. That's right, card destruction will get rid of them, not damage. And the villain turn, if there are fewer than 3 technology cards in play, play the top card of the villain deck. So now he gets extra card plays no matter what, but we also don't get extra technology card plays. Discard the top 2 cards of his deck and draw a card. Okay, Daedalus will skip his draw phase, go figure. Eureka moment, get rid of one of those Sly Ambushes, and discard a card, and heal 2, and that's it. Alright, it's time to start punching things. Comeback will do a Sinful Southpaw. When this card enters play, Comeback deals a target 2 melee damage. Let's hit Hordak. Reveal the top 2 cards of that deck. Return one to the top of the deck and the other to the bottom. So let's see, we've got some Horde Soldiers and Force Captain Octavia. I think we want her not to be here. Yeah, we want her on the bottom of the deck. If the target is no longer in play, put this card in the trash. Otherwise, put this card next to that target. Return this card to your hand when the target next to this card is destroyed. So despite the fact that this is a one-shot, he gets to put it next to targets. And that's how all the punches work. So for his power now, he can deal the full 1-2 because Hordak has a punch card next to him. 1 melee and 1 infernal damage. Draw a card, and he hits himself for nothing. Scrapnik Island, Mind Over Metal. When this card is played, discard the top card of each deck, play the top card of the environment deck, and destroy this card. Well, there goes our carefully placed Horde Soldiers. So mad. Top card of the environment deck is Reassimilation Program. Start the environment turn, destroy an equipment or device card. Oh, darn, those are not devices. And the environment turn, shuffle the environment trash, put a random device from it into play. Okay, so destroy that card, shuffle the trash. I think something, yeah, we got some Scrapniks. Put a random card from the environment trash underneath this card. And then this card deals the X lowest HP targets other than Scrapniks, 2 melee damage, where X is the number of cards underneath this card plus 1. So it hits the 2 lowest other than itself, which is this technology card, which plays another technology card. It's another Scrap Scanning. Let's just go ahead and have it hit that. That's okay for now. Okay, Hordak gets to play 2 cards. First, it's more Horde Soldiers. Who knew? Then he hits the highest for 3. That's Benchmark, who takes 2. It's still not worth discarding to heal. And then Entrapta plays him a card. It's more Horde Soldiers. Awesome. They are not bots or devices, so they hit the highest HP hero target for energy damage equal to their current HP. That is 4. So one will hit Daedalus and one will hit Benchmark. And that's it. Okay, start of turn. I can use a power. I'm going to use his base power, play multi-point HUD, and use the power on it. And I can play a software card or draw a card. I will draw a card. Let us fly by. Hit Hordak and the soldiers, and then I'm actually going to put that back in my hand. Power 2, Auto-Targeting Protocol. Hey, look at this. He can take all those guys out. There's no sense in killing these dudes unless they either eat too many cards or, more Scrapniks come out. Draw a card. That wears off, and he heals 1. Baccarat will go ahead and play Afterlife Euchre. Hit Hordak for 2, and then he'll do that again with another one. Hit Hordak for 4, discard the top card of his deck, draw a card. Daedalus is actually going to skip his power phase this round. I'm going to play Immortality's Burden and draw a card, and he heals 2. I suppose it might be worth having someone take that out. I mean, he could take the 4 damage for it, but, well, whatever. We'll see. On that note, Comeback will Low Blow. He deals a target 1 melee damage and X infernal damage, where X is the number of different targets with punch cards next to them, so that's 3 damage. The Spring-Locked Shoes. The target is still in play, so it goes next to it. And then power, actually with his power we can take out the shoes. So this goes back into his hand, draw a card, and he deals himself no damage. Alright, destroy an equipment or device card. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have destroyed that because we could have... Whoops. I only have... Well, I've got all of this stuff. Yeah, I don't want to lose Benchmark stuff. Unfortunately, we'll get rid of the headgear. And Scrapnik Island plays Mecha Knuckles. Well, heck. Hecka Knuckles. Oh yeah, end of turn. Random device goes into play from the environment trash. Oops. The Scrapniks get 1 more card, so they're hitting the 3 lowest for 2 each. That actually means they can hit the shoes as well. So yeah, it's these 2 technology cards and the shoes. So now it's worth taking those out. Discard the top card of the environment deck because there's nothing to put underneath him. As the second highest HP target other than himself, X melee damage, X number of cards underneath this card +1. So that'll be 1. 2, Baccarat. Hordak gets to play 2 cards. Ooh, here's a Horde Bot. That's a problem. And if turning it's the highest for 3, that is Comeback, who will hit him back for 2. And then he plays another Horde Bot. Well, rather Entrapta plays it, but whatever. This hits the highest for 3, and they either discard a card or destroy one of their cards. Baccarat will take that and discard a card. And then the other one does the same thing, but for Daedalus, and he'll discard a card. Go figure. Alright, we got some things we need to take care of. Start a turn, I can use a power, multi-point HUD. Play a card or draw a card. Let's draw a card. Ooh. Alright, Flyby, hitting Hordak and the Horde Bots. And then off of that I will play Onboard Cooling Systems. Hooray! So, Power 1, let's use his base power. Yeah, play Tech Communicator. He can deal 2 targets, 3 cold damage each. Hordak and Mecha Knuckles. Power 2, let's do Auto-Targeting Protocol and hit all 4 of those targets, as well as the Spring-Locked Shoes. Actually, no, I should hit the Spring-Locked Shoes with the 3, hit Mecha Knuckles with the 2. Draw a card. He heals 1. Oh, and you know what? I just realized there's 2 scrap scanning, so they actually had to discard or destroy 2 cards. Those are both getting discarded, unfortunately. Daedalus has no cards in hand, which usually he wants, but not in this case. Alright, Underworld Hold'em. Let's give Daedalus a card draw, as counterproductive as that tends to be. And then we do the thing. Play those Afterlife Euchres for 4 damage on Hordak, discard the top card of his deck, draw a card. Hoplite Armor sounds great. Power heals 2, draw a card, and he heals 2 more. Time to play another Stance, Duck and Dive. First time each turn, Comeback deals damage to a target. He may deal 1 melee damage to another target in that play area. And everything else is the same as the other one. So Power, he'll hit Hordak for 2 and 2 and not hit anything else. And draw a card and hit himself for 1. Alright, start of turn, destroy an equipment card or device card. And once again, I need to leave those shoes alone. Well, this time it is Benchmark Suffering. Suffering large. Play Defective Stray. When this card is played, play the top card of the environment deck. The first time each turn an environment target is destroyed, each player either discards a card or the environment deals each target in their play area 2 melee damage. Well, more Scrapnicks. End of turn. Random device goes into play. Oh, look, it's nothing but Spring-Locked Shoes in the environment trash. Going on Daedalus. I'm going to end up skipping his play phase, I think. Scrapnicks eat another card, so let's see. They take out that technology card, which plays the top card of the technology deck. Increase damage on light villain bots by 1. Okay. They hit this technology card, they hit that technology card, and they hit the Spring-Locked Shoes. Mecha Knuckles hits the second highest for 1, which is Daedalus, who soaks it. And these Scrapnicks just take out this technology card, which, you guessed it, gets us another one. And look, it's the same card. I swear I shuffled that deck. Maybe I didn't, though. Like, I did not shuffle this deck. Hang on a second. Scrap scanning, that's fine. Hordak gets to play 2 cards. Hordebot comes out. That is dealing extra damage, as well as making people discard or destroy 1. He hits Daedalus for 3, reduced to 2. And then Entrapta plays another Hordebot. How the heck many of those are there? Hordebot number 1 hits Benchmark for 3. He will actually destroy one of his cards. And then Hordebot number 2, unfortunately, hits Daedalus for 3. Yeah, I'm actually going to discard that card, as silly as that is. Okay. Benchmark, you need to save us. Start of turn. I'm going to have no usable powers at this rate. Multi-point HUD. And draw a card. Oh, good. I'll play the Microfabricator. Power number 1, let's play Shunt Energy. He can deal 2 targets 3 cold damage each. And then I can use the power on this, so he'll hit himself for 1. Discard a card to heal that off. And do 4 damage. Not to Hordak, that would be bad. How about to those Scrapnicks? Power 2, let's deal 2 damage to a bunch of stuff. Hit Hordak, take out both of the bots, take out these Scrapnicks, at least dilute the environment trash a bit, and hit the other Scrapnicks. They're annoying. Draw a card, he heals 1, play a hardware card or draw a card, and then I may discard a card. Let's just draw a card, and that's it. Ace in the hole. We will use Baccarat's power twice. So 2 Afterlife Euchres, 2 and 2 on Hordak, discard a card. Darn, still not finding that third one. 2 more Afterlife Euchres, almost there. Draw a card. Alright, Daedalus will skip his play phase, and yeah, he'll skip his power phase so he can actually draw 2 cards and have some cards in hand. He heals 2. Come back, punch things. Let's play Sparring. At the start of your turn, you may destroy a punch card next to a target. If you do, either decrease or reduce the next damage dealt by that target by 2. Cool. He will punch Hordak for 2 and 2, and the environment is going to finish him off. Draw a card. This is such a different game than the first Hordak fight. I cannot believe this. Start a turn, let's get a random device into play. It's more Scrapniks. I kind of saw that coming. Oh yeah, and everybody had to discard a card. I think Daedalus had no cards, so he would have taken 1. And it plays E117 Sigma. He's our friend. Okay, end of turn. Random device. I'm sorry. That's end of turn is when that happens. Yeah, destroying a device at the start of turn. That random device goes back into play. I'll look at the Springlock Shoes. No surprises there. Random card goes under Knuckles. He hits the second highest for 2. That's anybody but Benchmark. Let's have that hit Comeback, because then Comeback can hit him for 2. And also hit these Scrapniks for 1. Speaking of whom, they eat a card, and they hit the 2 lowest for 2 each, and that includes Hordak. And we win. That's wild. So we did not get to see a whole lot of Comeback's deck. Let's take a look at it. Bonebreaker. When this card enters play, Comeback deals a target 3 melee damage. You may destroy a punch card. If you do so, destroy up to 2 environment cards. The 9th Ring. When you play this card, you may move a stance from your trash to your hand. Whenever Comeback would deal non-fixed damage, he may deal up to that amount of damage instead. Power is play a card. So there are reasons that you might want to hit your friends and give them punch cards, so this will make it easier to do. Rope-a-dope. When this card is played, you may move punch and play next to another target. First time you turn up a target with punch next to them deals comeback damage, you may draw a card. Power is play up to 2 cards, destroy this card. Unfair Fight. Stance. Damage dealt by comeback is irreducible, and everything else is the same as the other stances. Brutal Barrage. When this card enters play, discard a number of cards. Comeback deals a target 1 melee damage X plus 1 times, where X is the number of cards discarded this way. And that is a punch. Infernal Intimidation. Stance. Increased damage dealt by comeback by 1. Catching Breath. Comeback regains 2 HP. Each hero target with a punch card next to them regains a hit point. See? You might want to punch your friends. If that target is a hero character, their player may also draw a card. When this card enters the trash for any reason, you may shuffle a punch card from your hand or trash back into your deck to return it to your hand. Unholy Uppercut. Punch. Oh, it's basically the same as Bonebreaker, except that it destroys up to 2 ongoing cards. Jealousy Jab. Comeback deals a target 2 melee damage. Each other target in that play area deals that target 1 infernal damage. That's kinda cool. Grizzly Gloves. When you play this card, you may add a punch from your trash to your hand. Whenever Comeback deals damage, you may change the type to Fire or Infernal. Power is Comeback deals a target 2 melee damage. If that target has a punch card next to them, draw a card. Stygian Shield. Stance. Reduce damage dealt to Comeback by 1. And Hellfire Haymaker. Punch. Destroy all punch cards in play. Comeback deals a target X plus 2 fire damage, where X is twice the number of punch cards destroyed this way. That's a lot of damage. But there you go. If you like dealing damage and you like heroes with a lot of moving parts, Comeback will fit that mold very well. So that's it for this one. It was short. That's a nice change. You can find Comeback on Sentinels Community Customs Classics. You can find Hordak on Sentinels of Etheria. You can find Benchmark, everyone's favorite hero, on Walker's Workbench. Target Daedalus is also available on Sentinels Community Customs Classics. And Scrapnik Island is on Copper's Custom Decks. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks everybody for coming to chat. We had a good time. Tabletop Simulator review is called in DLC, Sentinels Community Customs Classics, Sentinels of Etheria, Walker's Workbench, and Copper's Custom Decks are not licensed great against products. Please support the official release and flip.